I think you can
everybody, and welcome to the 2018 IMCF draw. Today we have, for the IMCF, it's a great honor to be here, because in May we're going to be able to fight in the crowning place of Scottish King. And another great honor for us is that in 400 years, no nobility has ever held a board tournament. Board being the main event of our sport, group fights. This discipline disappeared 400 years ago out of the UK and out of the rest of the world as well. And for the first time in the UK, we got a noble family asking us here. So I'd like to pay my respect and say thank you to Lord and Lady Mansfield to give us that honor. So, like I said today, we have 31 teams, 500 fighters that are going to come here in May to fight. This is the moment where they know who they will fight first in different pools. So with no further ado, we'll start directly the draw because we have a lot of categories and a lot of teams to pick. We're going to start first with female longswords, in which we have 4 different categories. To do so, female longsword, could you help me, please? This is the white, so we'll see who's doing what. Well, I will invite Lady Mansfield to come forward. She'll have the honor of picking from the ground. Oh. The order in which you're going to fight. So, first fighter, Group A, South Africa. Group B, Belgium. And in Group C, our last year world champion will be, which is Lara Serviol from Ireland. In Group D, Quebec, ex-world champion, Benedict Robitaille, and quite a fight to myself. Back to Group A, is that right? Yeah, right. Back to Group A in New Zealand. And next one, Australia. It's not even a joke. Oh, we got a few Australians here, right? They're everywhere. It's just like Canadians, they just pop out of nowhere. Italy. Back to Group A with Poland. Mexico. USA. Canada. She had it anyway. Ready? England. Ukraine. And I can guess the last one. Sweden. These will be the orders of the fight for the ladies longsword. Next category, ladies polearm, which again, Lady Mansfield left. They almost lost class. Female polearm, which has, I need to remember them by heart, 3 poles. Lady Mansfield?
Here we go.
Here we go. Poland, Goulet. Canada, Toby. Argentina on Pool C. USA. Ukraine. New Zealand. Interesting. Denmark. Last year's hosts. And then we have England.
What's with the quiet boo going through the crowd?
Yeah, it's funny, eh? I don't get much reaction when it's England. For some reason. Australia. Ah, they didn't get the cue this time. South Africa. Last year's champion, Quebec, represented by Chloe Germain. Germany. I think that's the last one, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome. So I'll be free here.
Thank you. I'll take the empty ones for you.
And you're next. Oh. I know it's my next. You're going to do sword and shield. It's my, he did female polearm, right?
Sorry?
It's a female polearm. Yeah, that's good. I just mixed the position. Now, to draw for female sword and shield, it should have been Lady Mansfield, but I did them upside down. It's the right name in the right place, just not the right draw. So, no biggie. Here comes a pile of flags. Hold on to their name next. I'm not sure I don't have any names for them. So, the other role with James Murray is going to be joined for female sword and shield.
Australia.
Oh, good. This picks up pretty fast. Australia for the first one.
Sweden.
I'll just let me finish Australia. It's getting me a bit confused. Sweden.
Sorry?
Sweden. Yeah, I know. I pronounced like a French guy. That was just kind of weird. Big category. It means a lot of flags.
It's hiding behind the trains.
Yeah, it's the same colors, Cap, so it's a bit. We also had that at a 30 versus 30, I believe.
Where was the
We're not nuts. Finland. All right. Stay to north, Denmark. Transport that. Yeah, you should have planned gloves. You did, or Neil did.
I don't know.
Okay, Sam. The next one shouldn't be me saying it, but it's Quebec. It's better that way. It looks like that.
Okay, next we have Belgium.
Go ahead. The more I say my voice, the better I am.
Canada.
My own stomach.
New Zealand.
Yes, there's a lot of people. It's amazing. We're always stunned by the amount of countries we got to pull out in one category. Right?
Mexico.
Rather, somebody's happy about Mexico.
Germany. Ireland. Austria. France. Ukraine.
Ooh, that's a big threat. It is, they're really good.
Estonia. Italy.
It's a lot of them, aren't they? Right?
Okay, Poland.
Thank you.
Last four. Spain.
Sticker, but it's giving us so much trouble.
And that's how we decide how we do it. Next year, we're not using double face stickers.
USA next. South Africa. England.
Oh, closing with England. And this is it for the female duel category. Thank you. I would like to invite the Deputy First Minister, sorry, mixing up with Canadian terms here. Deputy First Minister, the Right Honourable John Swinney. And his son. So we're going to one swords. Pick up all the names with it. That's a humongous category. I think it's the biggest one of them all. So it's great that you have an assistant, and it's one of the most important. Battle for Longswords Champion is one of the most beautiful ones to watch, and one of the titles the most sought after. Some of the toughest guys are fighting this one, so you're getting a good chance there. Okay, making you a bit nervous. You pick the first one. Austria. Great. Now they got about 30. They got a look. I think I see it in Jacob's hands, right there. No, the one right in the middle, between your fingers, right there. All right. Is this back some envelope? Next one is Sweden. Oh no, we dropped the flags. As you can notice, the armor are not good to bend down and go pick up little stuff from the floor. Next one is Denmark. Hold on, I'll just give you a chance to stick it on place.
I'm not as quick as I used to be.
That we're not going to come and take that. Canada, like this young gentleman just mentioned. You can pick it. We'll just wait a second before announcing. You can pick it.
Is it Isabella or
And now you can say it. Say it in the microphone.
Poland.
Poland! Turns on. Just test it. Just say something.
Hi.
Okay, so it's working. Next one, say it.
Chile.
Chile. Chile, by the way, is their first year with us. We're extremely proud to have them. I met them in Argentina where I fought against them. They're really good fighters. Next one. Oh.
The next one is USA.
Oh, you keep the microphone.
Luxembourg.
And by the way, I'm impressed because I wrote it in German.
You know,
And the next one is Wales.
That's a big category you're pulling. We're still looking for it.
Who was it? Who did the writing? Quite that.
South Africa.
Very good. Awesome.
And the next one is Australia.
Oh, really?
And it's Ukraine. Ukraine.
Ooh, that's an interesting one. You can say it. The other guy's a good one.
Thailand.
It's the first time with us this year. Brand new fighter from Thailand on this first World Championship. I would try to pronounce his name, but I know I will fail. So. Oh. A very important one. Okay, with that one you gotta say really loud. Yeah. That one's important. You gotta say it out loud.
Scotland.
Next one is New Zealand.
Norway.
We're getting there. We'll eventually free.
And then Argentina.
Belgium.
In England,
And again, that icy feeling through the air.
Spain.
Ooh.
and then Estonia.
It's all walkout and no-count, so it's sort of showing off.
Mexico. Germany.
Yeah, for that guy. We got one German guest. Yep. Lovely.
And then Ireland.
France. Italy.
Only two left. You're doing it.
Lithuania.
And to finalize it all,
China.
for the first year of the IMCF, China. Awesome. Thank you, gentlemen. This is great. I would like to invite Lord Mansfield. I think the longest category of them all. Country here? If you please.
You can see him.
Yes, this is important. England.
What are they doing?
Guys, would you somebody give me a hand, just recuperate and envelope, because I have way too many things in my hands. Thank you. That's all. Females with it, sort of doing it in my hands. Hold on a second. We usually do this with a table. Yes. It's amazing to do it outside here, but it's also problematic for the table. So you can put the old one in, get rid of it.
And the second one is Italy.
You put a helmet on one, just hit it.
You guys all look like you're playing cards then.
It wasn't wasted at school.
Ukraine. Spain.
It's missing its mate and it got scotched.
We're thinking about it more.
And now Sweden.
Yeah. I just want to comment this. I'm going to
France.
Vive la France. And just let them find France.
We got this.
I got
Find the
it.
French.
Slow and steady, slow and steady.
Germany.
Is he German or just a Scottishman that's bought a Volkswagen?
Denmark.
Denmark. They look like kids that are playing guard in a corner and no one is to know it's really.
Yeah.
And the next is Canada. Argentina.
Get my turn one day, I know I'm waiting.
Ireland.
No, they're the one being so.
Yeah, they're all Irish.
Scotland.
Ah, that's a good reaction.
Mexico.
I'm still speaking Scotland, I think.
Oh, no, we're fine.
Oh, you're fine, okay.
Belgium.
So we're away from whiskey to tequila and now to beer. Okay, we're doing good. Oh, we're doing waffles, so wonderful as well.
Quebec.
Let's go to Sword and Shield, right? Yeah, suddenly I thought, no, I'm retired from longsword.
Don't do that.
Poland.
Poland is the best fighter in the last ever of Sword and Shield. See if he can keep his title this year. I think he's a lot of money.
Austria.
It's a race.
USA. China. Australia. Wales. Luxembourg. South Africa. New Zealand. Norway.
And last one?
Finally, Chile.
Amazing. This is from thanks to you. And now, for our next category, male polearm, I would like to call Major and Mrs. John Montkeith. Go to sit up. Nobody? Yes. To organize themselves. Treat naughty school children play with cards there. There we go, we get set.
Sweden.
France.
Argentina.
Ukraine.
USA.
Well, it's the country of peace, why not?
Chile.
Yeah, not at the moment. We'll just give them a chance. The little sticky thing we got there is a bit slower than planned.
England.
And this is going to national TV?
Norway.
Portugal.
Just a second, because we worked a bit faster than supposed to. Hey guys, yeah. All right.
Canada.
Just can't find Canada big enough on that map.
Australia.
Germany.
That guy's quite a German enthusiast.
Poland.
Scotland.
Yeah.
South Africa.
That was a lucky shot.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I didn't run away. That was a lucky shot. And oh wait, no, he's fighting with South Africa right now. Well, not physically.
No nails doesn't work.
Wales.
Quebec.
I have a bit of support. It's fun to you.
Luxembourg.
Wow, you guys really ripped through that category. I think I have stopped sweating so fast we were going.
Denmark.
I can see it's a good motivator as well for me.
Austria.
Down to the last two now. New Zealand.
Yeah, New Zealand, yeah,
Spain.
Ooh, it's not right. Thank you very much. So we have it for all the male duels category. For the 4 melees category, this one is very special to us. This is the main event of any World Championship. It's the group category. Like I said before, the group category is unheard of in 400 years at this scale. So this is really magical for us. You know what? Since the categories are huge, I'm gonna take one envelope at a time. Because those categories are big ones. So especially the 5 versus 5, where almost every country has a chip in the game. So for female versus 3 versus 3, I would like to invite Perth and Kinross Provost, Mr. and Mrs. Dennis Melloy. This is the smallest of the category because the female teams are quite rare to find, but they're one of the most fun ones to watch. Those ladies have hearts for 100 men sometimes. They have some of the most extenuating fight, and for me, coming from the country and having the chance to train with them, it's always one of the most exciting ones to do. So maybe we'll do it first because it's a lady category. South Africa. South Africa. Which are led by a lovely lady who makes me look small. It's no joke, she's a lovely woman. Conscious.
Next one is Finland. Next one is France.
France. For the first time in the female 3 versus 3 category, France is going to be there. I know they got great female fighters. I can't wait to see them in action.
Argentina.
As well, Argentina has never been in the female 3 versus 3 at IMCF. I know those fighters. They're amazing. Can't wait to see them as well.
Quebec.
Ah, there goes my favorite. I'm not going to commentate on them. They're going to win again. You did correct? So we're good.
USA.
Ukraine. Ooh, they're a tough team. They were silver last year. But they're huge. They're a really big team and strong.
And England.
And we have no comments for some reason. We're done for the female 3 versus 3 category. Thank you very much. Okay, there seemed to be a misfunction. Keep it aside, we'll correct it later if there's correction. There's a correction. Australia would go back to Pool A of 3 versus 3. So, can you give me the envelope for 5 versus 5? No, Australia makes sense. They were in every single category. We'll double check it, but Australia should be in Pool A. All right, for the next category, it is the 5 versus 5. It is the biggest category of them all, the most athletic one. So to draw this one, I would like to invite forward the acting Chief Executive Officer of Scone, Toby Metcalfe. Okay, you have a lot of drawings to do. This one has 20 odds, over 24, 2016 to draw. It is a huge category, and being champion of 5 versus 5 is basically saying you're the champion of the world all category. Last year was Ukraine. That pulled it out. Let's see what happens this year.
Ukraine.
Plays like a
Yes, it was white now.
Ireland.
Yay! To be sure, to be sure.
we'll call it good. And I realize why last year when we had the first sticky thing to put the flags, they took a lady with nails.
England.
I saw him run after.
Norway, Quebec,
That's my team. I'm fine doing that one, so I'm quite interested in what's happening in Pool E. I'm happy I didn't get Ukraine called beside my other team.
Mexico, Italy, Poland, Austria,
yourself. This is the second one you've done today for me. Oh, that's
Germany,
May I just
Which one are you holding this at now?
From Scotland to Denmark. A bridge from Scotland to
I shouldn't laugh at you, but it is hilarious.
Finland,
I do apologize.
China,
That's going to be interesting. Their first time in 5 versus 5 at the IMCF. Can't wait to see it.
France, next is South Africa, Sweden, Argentina, USA,
Moving along smoothly.
Luxembourg,
Right. Those along the right, United States of America, a little thicker.
Spain,
I think they will do shots.
are you ready? Scotland,
They're all Scottish in some ways, apparently.
Wales, Denmark,
Yeah, this team it's easy to be ready.
Australia,
And it all.
Canada,
Yeah, that would end it all. Thank you, Mr. Metcalfe. I just want to know who I'm fighting. Well, that's interesting. Not. And now, the next category. The male versus 10 versus 10. And it's a lovely category with a lot of people fighting, so to represent it, we chose Mr. Chris Capaldi, ex-rugby player, to draw that. Makes sense for 10 versus 10, right? That big of a category, so we should be okay. There shouldn't lose flags or whatsoever. All right. Good to go.
France.
Hallelujah. That was too easy. I had to do that.
Scotland.
Oh, that was a weak reaction for Scotland, guys. That was weak.
Finland.
Finland, yeah. We're not finished. Oh, wait, no, I'm not doing that one again. So, you know, that's just the part of just deciding to edit it before putting it out on the internet.
Mexico. Poland.
Ukraine, yeah, that's it. Next category, next one, not category, next team. I'm getting cold, you know, so I want to go through those categories. USA.
USA.
Yeah, for some reason, the font didn't come out well for USA. Scotland seemed to have hit the bump in the team selection.
Ukraine. Germany.
He's not there anymore. He's going.
Sweden. Canada. Australia. Spain. England.
And for the last team,
Finally, Denmark.
lovely. Thank you. And now for the last, and probably the smallest category, but one of the most important ones. 16 versus 16. That category is basically the biggest, baddest team out there. And in order to draw them, I would like to ask the person that made it possible for us to be here, that invited us here in the first place, William Lord Stormont. I don't know, you might join the band later. Go ahead, you're ready.
When he was about 6, he came off a sled.
Ukraine.
Oh, we're not joking, we're starting hard.
Is the one that I'm not
Well, you gotta say they do every single category and they got the best team in the world right now, so they're hard to avoid.
France. USA.
No, this is Scots off.
I remember you had that one in Europe.
It's super heavy.
Really smelly.
Yeah.
Australia.
The acid that burn metal make it black. Let's expect it. Yeah.
Poland.
Chica wins. And for last team of this full draw,
England.
that was cool. Cool. So, thank you everybody. Thank you for your patience in this cold weather. This are the teams, the order of the teams where they're gonna fight. Oh God, okay. Yeah, this is gonna be an extremely interesting World Championship. So hope to see you all from May 10th to 13th, where all those lovely people are gonna try to rip each other's head off with blunt weapons. Said like that doesn't sound that good, but it's exactly that. For now, if I can invite you by the list, the nice fighters of the SKL, the national team of Scotland, I'm going to do a bit of demonstration with your help to show you what the sport is all about.
Pretty sure you